had somebody earlier today missing too. Okay, so today you picked up 3 things at the back. One was your Unit 1 study guide. All right, that is what we're going to be doing on Thursday. So if you want to work ahead and work on that sometime between now and then, that'll be great. I gave you a quiz on Friday. I still have 2 people that have to make up the quiz, so I can't give it back yet, but I'm going to tell you the grades were not great. I will be putting them into Infinite Campus soon, but I am going to give you an opportunity to do a redo on that quiz. Here's the deal. Thursday, can I hold this for a minute? All right, this Unit 1 study guide, I'm going to record myself going over it and put it on D2L.
Thursday, one of us will be Thursday.
Oh, yeah, I won't go.
Oh, that field trip is this Thursday? Okay, all right, I'll just have to rethink that then. Okay, so, well then I'm very glad that I gave this to you early. I'll have to rethink that, but I'm going to go over this study guide, and it's going to be on D2L. Your test is Friday. Okay, so Wednesday, let me see what I've planned on Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to be practicing what we're doing today and tomorrow. So Wednesday would be a good time to ask questions on this if you're not going to be here Thursday. Is everyone going to be out Thursday? Who will be here Thursday?
That guy will be.
Okay. All right, so most of you will not be here. All right, so just know that this will be on D2L for you to review on your own, okay? I'll try to get it on there, I'll try to do it tomorrow. So the answers to this will be on there before, hopefully before Thursday. Test is Friday, okay? All right, so you have your study guides already, so even though you're not going to be here Thursday, you're on your own to go to the go to D2L and review that. Okay, so today we are going to look at multiplying monomials and polynomials. This is not a difficult lesson, but let me review. When you're adding like terms, you are adding the coefficients of the variables they have to have the same variable raised to the same power, and you add the coefficients. This is multiplying. When you're multiplying and you have the same base, I think you learned this in 8th grade. Do you remember? Anybody remember what you do with the exponents when you're multiplying with like bases?
Yeah.
You add them. There's a poster right here that shows that. So x to the a times x to the b is x to the a plus b. So if your variables are the same, you add your exponents. And let me also remind you that when you see x, that's the same as x to the first power. So know that if the exponent isn't there, it's understood to be a 1. Just like when you see this, it also means 1x. All right, so we're going to distribute, and then we're going to do some distributing and combining like terms. So here we go. I'm starting with distributing h times h. What is the exponent of this h right here?
1.
And this h? So when you multiply those together, you get h squared. And now h times 4, 4h. Okay, let's skip over to number 5. Skip over to number 5. All right, when I distribute this 3c times negative 2c, multiply the coefficients, and then c squared, negative 6c squared. And then 3c times negative 5. Yes. Now, if you don't feel like there's enough room in these boxes, feel free to use your own paper. Just be very careful when you're doing these, one step at a time, and if you need to spread it out, spread it out. All right, I'm going to skip over to number 8. We're going to go back to the other ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going through and picking some that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to let you try the other ones that I've skipped. All right, looking at number 8. I'm distributing 5m squared. So I first multiply 5m squared times 3m squared, 15m to the 4th. That's right, you're adding 2 plus 2 is 4. Now 5m squared times negative m. Yes, negative 5m cubed. 2 plus 1 is 3. And then 5m squared times negative 7. So that's minus 35m squared. All right, now let's look at some where we have a couple of different variables. Let's look at number 11. So I'm multiplying 3xy times x squared. When we put these variables down, we'll go in alphabetical order. So we've got 3, and what power is the x to? The third power, and then y. Now 3xy times xy gives us 3 what? X squared, y squared, yep. Now 3xy times y squared. It's 3, and there's the x. What power's on the y? Yes. All right, any questions so far? Okay, you try the rest of those up to 15. Uh-oh, was this not recording? What?
Well done.
I thought it was recording. Yeah, it is, okay. It just Okay, guys, I'm just talking to the video, okay? I forgot to turn the sound back on, so I'm going to go through these 16, 18, and 20 one more time for those that are watching this while they're working on 17, 19, and 21. So I distributed the negative 2x to 3x, then got the negative 6x squared. Negative 2x times negative 4 gave me the positive 8x. Then brought down the plus 7x and combined like terms. Okay, and then with the 18, I distributed the y first and gave me y squared plus 4y, then distributed the second, this negative y, giving you negative y squared plus 3y, brought down the negative 9y, and then combined like terms. And then we distributed the same way on number 20. Okay, so they're just putting up the answers, and if you have questions, then I'll go through and work it.
There's no extra.
See, I think the one thing is, with these, you just need to make sure you have enough room, because when you start squishing things up, you lose things. Any questions on 17? Thumbs up, let me see. Y'all get it? Yes? Yes? Okay, how about 19?
Oh, I can come on.
And 21. Is everybody cool?
Last 21 is just full of leaves.
Yes, it is. Because the pen, if the pen was put down, then it goes back to the default mode.
It's recording still.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, so are we ready to go to the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, back. So now, as you see in the next view, there's just lots more grouping symbols. When you have more than one pair of grouping symbols, you have to start with the innermost and work your way out. Okay, we ready? Alright, so on 22, I have one set of parentheses, another set, but they're not enclosed in another set. But if you look at 24, we have parentheses within parentheses. Do you see the difference between 22 and 24? Okay, so on 22, this one is similar to the ones we just did. I'm going to distribute the 4x squared. 4x squared times 2x squared gives us 8x, and now add your exponents. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4x squared times x gives me 4x squared, right? No. 4x to the third. So you got to be careful. A lot of times I do get people that ignore that first power. Now 4x squared times negative 5, negative 20x squared. Now we're ready to distribute the negative x. Negative x times x cubed, negative x to what power? 4. Yep. Now negative x times 5x squared. Yes. And then negative x times negative 3. And now bring the 17 down. Start with the largest exponent, which is 4. 8x to the 4th and negative x to the 4th.
7
Yes, 7x to the 4th. Now positive 4x cubed and negative 5x cubed. Okay, now negative 20x squared, and he's alone. And so is the 3x and the 17. Ta-da! Okay, so now for 24. 24 has parentheses within brackets. So I start in the innermost. So what am I going to start with? What's my first step going to be on 24? Distributing the negative 5. All right, so bring down the 4b, bring down your bracket, and bring down the 2a squared. We're not ready to deal with those yet. You got to start with the innermost. So that would be multiplying negative 5 times 3ab. So that's negative 15ab. And now negative 5 times negative 2b squared 10b squared. Now close the bracket and bring down the next term. I'm not ready to do anything there. Now we have to distribute the 4b. 4b times 2a is, or 2a squared is 2a squared b. 4b times negative 15ab will be negative 60. Tell me about the a's and the b's.
A, B squared.
Right, ab squared. And now 4a times 10b squared,
42.
yes,
Okay, exactly.
and bring down the 29ab squared. When you have more than one variable, we do them alphabetically. So we're going to start with the a's. So the highest a power term I see is, and there's not another term like it, 8a squared b. Now for my first power a, is there a term that matches it? Yes, 29. So negative 60 and 29 gives you negative 31, a b squared, and then bring down the 40b cubed. Okay, now you do 23 and 25. All right, come on up, Caleb, and you can do 23, and then Megan's going to do 25 for us. Yes, ma'am. Y'all are so smart. Y'all make my job easy.
Well, it's not easy to deal with us.
I'll deal with y'all. Y'all are fun to deal with. Most of you, anyway. I'm just kidding. Somebody big exponent there. It's okay. It's okay. We know what it is. Go on. You're good. I'm just. That's x to the 4th. There, you guys. Nice job. Okay, while Megan's putting up 25, see if you can figure out what we need to do in that next problem.
I quit.
No,
Yes.
you're not a quitter.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
I think I know. No.
Quitters eat boogers. Yes, yes.
Well, Lalo.
I just made it up.
Can we
What are you gonna say?
multiply that by that, subtract by that?
No, but you've got an idea. There is some multiplying going on. But remember, length times width. All right, so Bree, talk to me about this problem. How am I going to get the area of the shaded part? What did you tell me?
Find the area of the outside and then subtract about the.
Yeah, because we don't want this part. So and how do I find the area of a rectangle? Right. So I think find the area of the outside and subtract the area of the inside. Okay, so the outside is 6x times 8x minus 1. And I subtract the area of the inside, 2x times 5x plus 3. Usually when you're multiplying a monomial and a binomial or any polynomial, we put the monomial first. Now if you had them this way, that's fine because you can distribute from the back just like you can from the front. It just looks prettier to me if the monomial term's in the front. Okay, 6x times 8x.
28x squared.
Yep. And then minus 6x. Yep. 2x times 5x.
That's 10x squared.
Yep. And minus 6x. Are we done?
Add 6x.
I combine like terms. 48x squared minus 10x squared.
38x squared.
And negative 6x and negative 6x. Okay. Now the second sheet that you had was the homework assignment, but you only have to do the even problems. Write it on the top of the page, even problems.
Wish I would have waited for now because I've already done 1 through 14.
Well, it's not going to hurt you.
And you have to do it like this bottom half, or is it just this?
All of it. It's, yep, everything we've done together.